SDGs have definitely to be complemented by a perspective on how complex systems change, how transformation can happen. They do not provide by themselves a lot of clues on that. It's a declaration of goals, it's a list of goals, with very little said about how do we evolve, how should we evolve, how processes could go forward, and how do we learn, how do we teach ourselves, how does the system learn to be something else, to switch, to shift from the current unsustainable system to something viable, sustainable. So the SDGs are the declaration of the SDGs is by far not enough, because it's a list of goals. It's still very much in a set or framed in a linear and mechanistic and reductionistic thinking. Also because it differentiates, it spreads the overall goal into many different goals, particular goals, and then into many more different indicators. And there is no guarantee that taking care of each of the indicators we will achieve the overall goal, because the perspective is not systemic. So there are several aspects here. One is, are we able to ensure that the SDGs are feasible within the planetary limits, within the limits set by our biophysical systems? And we have only one planet, only one Earth, and we cannot invent another one for our purposes. And that's a very important question, which was not asked by the SDGs, by the system of the SDGs itself. But this leads us to another question, which is a real question about how do complex systems change. The general answer being by learning. And by learning based on the interdependencies, not separating everything into small pieces, not exploding the question into smaller pieces, because all the pieces are interconnected. All the goals are interconnected. You cannot achieve SDG number 12 without taking care of SDG number 1 and 2 and 3, etc. So we have to change our mindset. And that's a key issue. How do we change the worldview? Building from complexity, building from the fact that everything is interconnected. And from that point, you can start asking better questions and then getting better responses. So there is a lot to do, but basically we have to change the method, that linear method of which is implicit in the SDGs.